And we are live from the Texan Lobby Studio at the Texan Theater in downtown Greenville, Texas. It is Ctfm, Coffee, Tea, Friendly, and Me, brought to you each and every Wednesday by Hunt Regional Healthcare. What an organization, and proactive, if you will. Yes. And our guest host today, again, one Miss Sheila Ellis.
Good morning.
Thank you for being here.
Thank you.
And Trina is here.
Yes.
And she's going to do a segment over at Scripps. She's going to be representing Scripps. But what a beautiful day that God has given us.
It is a beautiful day. And a special day as well.
Well, yeah. And thank you, all of you on my Facebook friends. Thank you. I'm just flattered, if you will,
yes,
with all the wishes. But you know what? And it makes me feel so good, Paula, that when we were talking about it before, that brand is out there and we love it.
Yes.
And it just happens to be, I'm the guy that has it, but it's the brand. And you know what? We've been blessed. We've been really, really blessed. And so at this time, we do this every Wednesday. I do it all the time, but especially today, we want to thank God for what the blessings He's given us, and we've asked our co-host this morning, one Sheila Ellis, if you would do our invocation.
I sure would. All right. Let's bow our heads. Dear Heavenly Father, we just thank you so much for this precious day. We thank you for this building that we can come to each and every Wednesday, for Barb Horan for allowing us to be here today. We want to thank you for all the guests that have taken time out of their busy schedule to come and share what's going on in their lives, Lord. Lord, we just want to thank Sparky, we want to thank Friendly, yes, we want to thank Gabe for doing this work together and providing us news in our area, providing help that we can see what's going on in our community, and it's doing so well. So many people that want to serve in this community, and we're so grateful and so thankful. Lord, we just thank you for this precious day. We thank you, Lord, for your love and your grace and your mercy. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Amen. Well, that signifies one thing.
Yes.
Oh, yes. God says, okay, now y'all can take care of every business. He put me first. I'm glad. Let's go. We're coming back, Ctfm, right here at the Texan Theater Lobby Studio. We've got from twin rotors to script to fly-ins to you name it.
Yes,
we've got it. Ctfm, come and get you a free glass of tea or coffee on our co-host this morning. Come on back with us.
When you've got a real emergency on your hands, you need a full-service ER team on your side. And only Hunt Regional Healthcare offers complete care for emergencies. We've got emergency medicine certified physicians, trauma certified nurses, specialty surgeons, respiratory therapists, and an on-site full-service lab and imaging to help you get back to living your best life. Hunt Regional Medical Center, the right choice for complete care.
What do paintings, Broadway plays, and bread pudding have in common? They're all forms of art. We'll be celebrating local creativity the first weekend in May at the Hunt County Festival of the Arts in downtown Greenville. There will be children's activities, live music, artwork for sale, a culinary artisanal luncheon, and theater performances. It's all happening Friday and Saturday, May 6th and 7th. Find more information online at huntcountyartfest.com.
Carol Hoops and Trey Warren at C&R Floors invite you to their new location for the same quality products, service, and installation they have provided for over 20 years. C&R Floors, 2706 Highway 69 South in Greenville.
Are you tired of those big chain tire dealers giving you the runaround? Are you not getting the customer service you deserve? If not, call me and I will wrench the competition. Come see us at Discount Wheel and Tire at 4609 Wesley in Greenville. Discount Wheel and Tire, and we will get you all that you deserve.
And we are live from the Texan Lobby Studio, Texan Theater, downtown Greenville, Texas, Ctfm, brought to you each and every Wednesday by Discount
Wheel and Tire
and
Home Care, Hunt Regional Home Care.
You know what, folks, let me tell you, we have got the greatest, one of the great, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. She is one of the greatest co-hosts of CTFM that we've ever had. You know, her and Trina together, I'm glad they're not both on the set at the same time.
We are today.
Oh my God, but
And
you
I
know,
love
we'll
her.
get to that later.
I love her.
We'll get to that later, but right now we got twin Rotors.
There we go.
Yes.
Good
Paula
morning.
Morgan, how are you?
I'm
You
good.
know, before we started, Sparky and I were talking about twin Rotors and how much we really appreciate what you're doing in the community for some guys that are, a lot of people don't realize who they are, but they're called veterans.
Yes.
And she
We
is,
appreciate that so much.
So you've got something special.
I do.
Yes.
I do. We're gonna, this morning I wanted to talk about our event, October 22nd, 2022. If you haven't marked your calendars yet, you're going to want to do that. We are bringing in a fabulous group of individuals, namely, you know, his name is Adam Martin and Jeremy Chestnut. He's a special guest coming in, and we are excited to have him. You know, when we talk about veterans, a lot of the issues that they're faced with, PTSD and the many different ways, depression, suicide, the whole 9 yards. And so, you know, when we opened up the show with the invitation from God, I can't tell you, every single day I'm dedicating my nonprofit to God.
Yes.
And asking him to work through me, to work in our community.
Well, yeah.
And it was honestly by God's divine intervention that God brought Adam into my life through another Vietnam veteran.
Right.
And Adam and I, we've spent a lot of time talking on the phone, and what makes Adam special to me in my heart is the sense that he was also a benefactor of the Lone Survivor Foundation.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Yes.
And so he can share, he's going to bring his perspective of the different types of foundations that he connected with through his journey, and what he discovered when his therapist had said, you know, maybe you should try picking up an instrument and start playing. And when he did this is when he discovered that he had a gift for music.
For music.
Wow.
Oh.
And so he has a phenomenal resume already with his music. I mean, I was just reading through his website, which is blackbirdanthem.com. So if you go to blackbirdanthem.com, you can learn a lot more about Adam. First of all, they're a multi-winner band. Their EP, which stands for Extended Play, was just nominated for the Josie Awards.
Josie Awards, you know,
wow.
Josie Awards is a big deal.
It is a big deal,
It really
yes.
is, because I've known artists. Well, Mercy Me got.
Oh,
one year, and then
yes.
Yeah.
And
Right.
so here's the beauty of this. So he has been nominated for the awards in Nashville, Tennessee, the day after our event.
Really?
We are going to put him on a plane and send him to, we're going to put him on a plane and send him to Nashville the very next day.
Oh, wow.
And because he and Jeremy are both coming in.
Oh, that's going to be
but,
so exciting.
It is exciting.
Oh.
We have an incredible lineup that day, but Adam is truly going to be the one who, he's our keynote speaker that day. And, you know, my hope is that through this, we'll be able to elicit a response from the community where, because I know our community is so musically driven, and hopefully we can, you know, work on, you know, bringing counseling services to our area that focus on this area of art and music. I've been doing some research and following up on some leads, but nothing has quite opened up yet. But it's just an area that, you know, every veteran, I can't tell you how many times I've seen a veteran sit down and, you know, write words out or draw a picture up on a napkin or something like that. They're so gifted, and these, it's sad to me because I feel that these are gifts that these veterans have that they can use in community and in our resources, and they're just not being tapped into.
Right.
Like they could be.
How long have you been involved in
Yeah,
this?
that was my next question. How long since you were in service, out of
Yes.
service? By the way, Army, right?
Army.
Army.
Oh, Army.
Ex-Army, ex-Army,
you.
right here.
So,
Yes,
Army. So I got out in 1995.
okay.
I've been out for several years. I didn't reconnect with the veteran community till 2019.
Okay.
And that was also very challenging because it was like, well, you're not a post 9/11 veteran, so we can't use your help
Oh.
with our services. And really, honestly, nothing could be further from the truth when it comes to veterans. Every veteran, whether they served in peacetime or whether they served in
Right.
wartime, they all have a place in this world of
Yes.
defense. So,
Yes.
I mean, we talk about the real cost of freedom. That's the name of the event. And I think about the real cost of freedom, and I think about our Vietnam veterans. I think about the sacrifices that I know that
Right.
you've made for our country. And I mean, the real cost of freedom has a different meaning, significantly different meaning for many different
Exactly.
people.
My husband was in the Air Force, and we were separated for over a year when he went to Thailand and Korea, and that was a rough time for both of us.
And getting back to what we was talking about, the veterans and how they're treated, taken care of. You know, someone posted here a while back on Facebook, and I'm almost certain I knew where it was, but it showed a picture of an individual sleeping on a rock, and the title was "Welcome to
sad.
Greenville."
Yes.
And I think I know where it was taken at, but it's probably a veteran. You know, you don't find too many non-veterans sleeping on rocks or home. You don't, because most of them that I've talked to in this community, and there's a lot of them, and I try to, you know, if I've got money in my pocket, whatever, food or whatever, I'm going to take care of them. But most of them are here in the community, and you don't even know it.
Right.
You don't have
That's
a clue
very
who they
true.
are.
Yeah.
Who clue they are.
Yes.
And that also goes in play that we've got people out there who are veterans. They have legitimately served,
Yes.
but they don't
Yes.
want to acknowledge the fact that they are a veteran. Then you've got other people out there that are stealing valor, and they're saying, oh, yeah, I'm a veteran, I've done this, I've done that, and they're giving veterans a bad name.
Right, right.
And I don't like to see
And
that.
I know it's hard because it takes a long time to process things and to get things rolling when being in the military and getting out and getting started all over
Yes.
again and getting what they need for their family and insurance for, you know. So
Yeah,
I'm
and-
so thankful that you started doing this for,
Now this
for
is
the
this
veterans.
is in October.
It is in
It's
October.
It's a little
we
early,
are
but you know
definitely
what?
calling on
It takes that
sponsors.
long.
It takes
to
a
get-
long time
it's a
to
long
get
time,
things
yeah.
rolling.
We need
so-
sponsors
Right.
to help us to cover
Yeah,
our
that's
costs.
what I was going to ask you about.
And,
And I guess put the comp below. Yeah.
and but I mean, we need sponsors, people that can step up and help us. I've done everything I can to trim our costs down to an absolute minimum. And another thing that our nonprofit focuses on is those people who tend to occupy our platforms are veterans themselves. We're bringing in Medal of Honor Don Jenkins. He's a Vietnam War Medal of Honor recipient. He'll be
Okay.
coming in. We'll also be bringing in Jessica Lynch. I spoke with her
Jessica
this
Lynch.
morning.
Oh,
Yeah.
wonderful.
I spoke
Yeah.
with her this morning. She's definitely on the docket to come in, so I'll need some sponsorships to
Good.
cover there.
Okay, right quick before we have to go. Give us a number, how to get in touch with you. All right, I always say it, folks. I always say it at this time. You're out there, you've got that checkbook, you've been wanting to donate
Yes.
to a good cause.
Yes.
This is a good cause, and how to get in touch with you. How?
Yes, you can call me directly or text me 316-992-0625, or you can email me at paula@twinrotorsmission.org. So I tend to handle everything, and then I distribute
She
it
does,
out to
folks.
those.
I've known her, I don't know how long now I've known her, but I know one thing. She's persistent, and she does, she's the
Well,
empathy. Yes.
she has the heart
Oh,
for
it's the
it.
passion,
You know, she
the
has the
passion.
passion and
She
the
has the
heart,
passion.
and that's
Thank you.
really
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank
so
you
much
for
for-
having me. And
Yes.
happy birthday.
Well,
Yes,
that's a whole nother thing.
Yes.
But this is happening in October, and there's a lot of things that's going to be happening before then, and I'm sure that we'll have
Yes.
Paula back here again. But right now, we are going to take a break on commercial. We have a commercial on Friendly News. Isn't that great? We
Yes.
have a commercial, and we're coming back
Okay.
with the Wolf Man right here on Friendly
News. Friendly news.
I'm serious.
I was watching
Is he going to do it?
I was watching this.
We're coming back to Ctfm right here on Friendly News.
Hi, I'm Kathy with Long Branch Dental Center. Lumineers are porcelain glass shells that fit over the top of your teeth and give them a dynamite look. You can change the shape, the size, and the color. So call today to ask about Lumineers. Long Branch Dental Center, making North Texas more beautiful, one smile at a time.
Hey, we are live from the Texan Lobby Studio in downtown Greenville, Texas. It's Ctfm. Coffee, tea, friendly me. Brought to you each and every Wednesday by Hunt Regional Healthcare, and one we can do together.
Discount Wheel and Tires.
Where service is the bottom line, and then Valvoline Express.
That's right.
Thank you, Jeff. And by the way, y'all, keep Jeff Willingham in your prayers, because you know what? He's a wonderful individual. He's been a big supporter of us from day one, years back. So he's doing good, but y'all need to keep him in your prayers.
Okay.
And I don't know what, God works in mysterious ways.
Yes, he does.
And you've heard that, and I've heard it.
Yes.
But you know what? When you can take what God has done for you and you can put it in a book, and people will read it.
And share.
Share,
yes.
Right. It's one. So we have our next guest, an individual that I've grown to just
Happy
love.
birthday. Happy birthday.
Well, thank you. You know, I love this guy. I love him because every time we get together, we used to do coffee nearly every Thursday down at the old restaurant downtown, but I'm a guy that talks a lot, right?
Yes.
Well, guess what? When I'm around Rick Parent, thank you.
He's working for a spot.
Yes. Between the two of you.
It's such a wonderful time for you to be here. Today is it's my birthday, but it's also a day that we were talked about doing, and that is talking about something that he's going to be talking about. So, bingo, welcome.
Well, welcome. Yes, I feel very welcome. I really do. Seeing such smiling faces, I love you guys. But I finally got Wendy's first of 10 books finished, and it's
It's so cute.
Well, the idea was interesting because, I sold about 10,000 Hunter Chronicles, and that really changed a lot of people's opinion of wolves.
Right.
And a lot of people who owned wolves would come to me and say, "Wow, great job! Happy." But I wanted to get to change more people, and there's only one place to do that, and that's at the youth. And so, when you look at the situation, you say, well, if I tell kids great fun stories about a baby wolf, and I think it's a good start, but the approach is I will tell it from the viewpoint of the baby wolf.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
And so it's Wendy speaking, and it is, the first one is just her beginning.
Okay.
But she's happy everywhere she goes.
Yes, and she loves being around people.
Yeah.
And how old is she?
She's 5 years old right now.
Okay.
Actually 5.5. But as you have to do with kids.
Yes.
And she's just a daily dream.
And so where did you find her?
I didn't. I got a call from.
She found him.
Yeah, well, yes. I got a call from the greatest rehab. What do they call them? Rescues?
Yes.
In Quinlan, it's called Texas Best Choice Adoptions or what or
Okay.
Rescue. Anyway, the owner of it, Alan Cadiz, called me and said, you know, we read your book, you know,
Yes.
you know wolves, we know dogs and cats. Can you possibly come out and help us socialize a litter of baby wolves? And I went,
Oh, wow, that's a God thing, to
What?
have that many wolves there at the time and then you show up.
Yeah, so I'm shaking my head going, yeah, I'd love to. What are you having problems with? And he says, well, I just think we're doing a lot of things wrong. And they were. I didn't even realize it until I got there. But how could they know? How could they know? And so I went down and when I met the mother and her best friend. And at the point that I got them settled and everything's cool, they're fine with me. They said, well, we'll let out the kids now. And all the kids run because they haven't eaten since yesterday. And their food is right there.
Yes.
They're wolves. They all run except one. One of them says, I'm going to go run towards Mom because I like kissing Mom better than food can wait, you know. And she goes and she kisses Mom and kisses. Mom's trying to look at the kids, make sure they're all okay from the night, and keeps pushing Windy away. And I'm witnessing this, and I'm going, I don't believe this. This is incredible.
And what he said, first thing he said, he told his story Saturday, as a matter of fact, at the festival.
Okay.
He looked at him, them ain't wolves, them dogs.
Yeah, I was in utter shock, and so she walked over to me. I took a picture. I call it. It's in the book.
Yeah.
The look of love.
That's so cute.
And she crawls into my arms, and
Oh,
I told
it was
her
love at first sight.
what a lover she was going to be. I said, you're going to make somebody so happy because you would rather have love than food.
Oh, my gosh.
And that's the most admirable thing in the world.
Yes, it is.
And then I said, but I've got to meet your brothers and sisters. And I went to loosen my grip, and she screamed.
Oh.
I don't know if you've ever heard an animal scream, but it's not pretty.
Oh.
And I held her tight, and she shut up. And the girl there, Janet, looks at me, and she goes, hey, Rick, I got a question. What? What question? And she says, what you going to name her?
Oh, yeah. There you go.
And like that, I said, Windsong. I'll call her Windy for short.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
Windsong.
she looks at me, she goes, I was kind of half kidding. And I said, well, I'm not. And that was the beginning of the love story.
Wow.
I got to interrupt you because you know what? Not once but twice we've been to his Adobe, which is awesome out in Commerce. But the wolf, Windy.
Yes.
I remember the first time that we came, Rick had told us that Windy she knows about different things.
Oh, she senses
and it was,
things.
Yeah, it was right after, not right after, but with Teresa's incident.
Right.
And so when we went out there that night, she would not leave Teresa alone. Oh, she was
At all.
on her at all.
Really?
And
Yeah.
then Rick says, you know what? That's only happened like once before
Right.
with someone else, and it was with Julie Horn.
Okay, I could see that too.
So this
Yeah.
animal,
This animal has a
now
heart.
Now a lot of people look at Windy. I'm not taking your time, but they look at this beautiful animal and they say, well, that's not a wolf, that's a dog. But it is a wolf, but it's not the same as Hunter was.
No, Hunter was a timber wolf.
Right.
And
So there's different varieties
Oh,
of
yes.
wolves.
About 6 or 7 worldwide.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Iberian wolves come from the west coast of Spain and Portugal.
Okay.
And they're much friendlier in the wild, in any situation. They're just friendlier. But
Okay.
she's like the friendly of the friendlies,
Oh,
of the friendly.
Oh.
Yeah.
She,
Yeah. Well, I'm going to have to meet her
Oh,
someday.
and with me, it's like I can look at her and talk to her.
Yes.
She can talk to you by just looking. And when she gets started talking, she's going to go somewhere else and talk to you.
well,
Like,
Yeah.
like Janet said to me, she goes, how did you think of Windsong so fast? I said, I didn't.
She already knew.
You know, somebody was telling me what she wanted her name to be.
Yeah, and that one
Wow.
something, to me, I think was Hunter.
Oh, wow.
Me, that's what I
Yes.
felt. That's what I
Yes.
felt. But I'm excited about you and this
Yes.
because I know it's going to be a great success. Just like, and by the way, an acclaimed author. And you did
congratulations.
win.
2019 Best Book, New Book of the Year.
Oh, that's awesome.
Which is-
How
which is-
exciting.
Which is this
on,
one.
on the cover now.
Oh,
you know.
Valley.
So
Right.
Wow.
And if you have, folks, I'm going to tell you what. I'm not
And
going
you
to take a
said-
lot of time. But if you haven't read this book, I'm going to tell you what.
You're a naughty person.
Yes, yes. When you pick it up and start reading it, you cannot put it down.
And how long did it take you to write that book?
Oh, well, actually, it was written as a monthly articles
Oh.
for a newspaper in Alabama.
Okay.
And so to literally answer your questions, 6.5 years.
Oh, okay.
Because
Sure.
I never meant it to be a book.
Exactly, yeah.
And then after 6.5 years, I went, I sure got a lot of these things. There
And
you
it
go.
gives the opportunity for people to know what wolves are about, because so many people are afraid of wolves.
Oh yeah.
Don't really know the history.
They didn't attack Grandma.
That's true.
That's
or
true.
she was asking for
Or
it.
she-
I'm
yeah.
really not sure. Red Riding Hood,
Yeah.
she was asking
Now
for it.
that red, that's different.
Yes, yes. Well, Rick, you said you had written 10 books about her?
No, well, I've got 10 sketches.
Okay.
And 4 of them are actually complete stories with pictures now.
Oh.
I'm using pictures
I
instead
love
of
pictures. Yes, I'm so
Yeah,
glad
and
you...
I use it instead of cartoons in a child's book because I want them to be grounded in the fact
Yes.
that this is true. This is what wolves are really like.
Yes, and by looking at the pictures, they can connect so much better.
Right. Well, drawings are great.
Yes.
But the truth of the matter is, I was raised like so many of us with Grimm's fairy tales.
Oh yeah.
Where
Yes.
grandma gets eaten, the pigs get their house blown apart.
Yeah, Little Red Riding Hood gets...
And Little Red Riding Hood, yeah. Well, I'm sure glad Sleeping Beauty didn't have anything to do with wolves.
That's right. So, you read that, and then, in my case, my mom would talk about how the wolves would chase her home.
Yes.
And, I really would, I'm sorry I can't do this directly, Mom, but that's crazy.
Oh, I
If they
know.
want to catch you, good Lord, you are dead.
Yes, yes.
Every time we played, Hunter and I would walk away bleeding or with a serious bruise or a lump somewhere.
Really?
The strength is
Oh,
unbelievable.
wow.
Well, when Hunter stood up, his legs 7 feet
Oh,
tall.
yeah.
Well, how much did he weigh?
148 pounds.
Oh,
at the
my
highest.
goodness, more than me.
That's a big wolf. That's a big
Nothing,
wolf.
nothing but muscle.
Right.
And he was huge, but he was so lovable.
Oh.
And he just,
What a great experience you've had with them.
yes, absolutely. I have a lot of pictures. Only one picture did he ever not smile, and that was because I put a duck outfit on him for Halloween, and I
Yeah.
took the picture and
He
looked at
didn't
it.
like...
Oh my gosh.
Didn't like that.
Oh no, it's just like, how could you do this to me?
You know, I want to say this book,
Yes.
he wrote this book so that you can visualize through a wolf's eyes what is going on
Wow.
in his life
Yes.
with his interpretation
Yes.
in the context of this.
Wow.
It is. It's a wonderful book.
Extraordinary.
I suggest it because, like I tell everybody, I picked it up January the 1st, 2019, and that day I read this book.
Really? That's
I
good
could-
for you. You didn't talk...
I don't
you didn't-
read.
You didn't talk... I guess you didn't talk that much that day.
No, I didn't talk much that day. So, Rick, thank you.
called
Yes,
I don't
thank
know,
you so much. It's always so much fun
And we got
having you.
time for Rick to update us to where he might be coming up, doing any books, and anything
Yes.
coming up.
Actually, nothing. I'm just scheduling things now and trying to
Okay.
write the other books.
Okay.
The second book is at the editor right now.
Okay.
And that means it'll probably be finished in 7 days.
Will it
Good,
have? Will all of
good.
them have the same front or
That's
cover?
a great question. Let us know,
Yeah, he'll let us know.
because
Right.
it's hard to find appropriate vertical pictures because most of my pictures
Oh,
are horizontal
yes.
or
To
as a
fit the cover.
right.
Yes.
And
okay.
in this cover here, it's perfect. It's got this little floppy-eared Iberian
Yes.
wolf, and she just looks at her mom like, oh, look at those pointed ears, and it's almost like ear liner around her.
But it's a funny thing. They're lapped until she walks around in her relaxed ears, right? But anything.
Oh yeah.
Anything is
oh, really? That's,
yeah.
they do that?
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Man, she's some.
I'll have to teach my husband David to do that.
And if you have
Husbands are difficult subjects.
If your mothers out there that have had Mother's Day, and your daughters have had Mother's Day, and your daughter's daughter is there, especially with us, with Hadley is our newest great grandbaby. I told Rick of all our 6 great grandkids are going to get one of these, and their mother's going to read each one of them. So each one of them will have 10 of them, right?
Yes.
So Teresa goes, you know how much that's going to cost? And I said, it ain't the cost that's involved. It's reading it. So. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so
for
much.
Coming today and taking time for us.
Yes. Have we got any more time left? Because I know he can talk about a lot more wolves.
Happy birthday. Someone lost the timer.
Oh,
what a shame. Let's talk.
Oh, let's talk. Okay. Oh, speaking of, we talked. I saw him last Saturday.
Last Saturday art show.
And this man can curtail a lot of unwanted questions very quick. There was one individual that was dead set on he knew what he was talking about when wolves would attack people, because I had and you handle a situation like that so well, because he would go from that subject to something else.
Yeah, that's there was one man at one of the gun shows I was displaying at, and he came up to me and said, I know wolves. I'm from Montana.
And so because he was from Montana, he thinks he knows everything.
I didn't see the relevance of the connection there, but I looked at him and I said, really, how many wolves have lived in your house? And he goes, are you nuts? I said, you don't know wolves. Because until you are at that situation. Another man, he went to a ranch in Montana. The rancher said, if you see a pack of wolves, kill them.
Oh, no.
I know, and that's the mentality of a lot.
Yes,
it is.
He says, I have hunted every type of animal, but I lowered the gun, I looked through the scope, and I said, that thing had a soul. I had put my gun down.
Oh, yes.
I tell you, we could hear story after story. We've got to go. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so
Again.
much. We're
Yes,
coming
thank you,
back to Ctfm right here at the Texan Theater Lobby Studio in downtown Greenville, Texas. Y'all come back with us.
Every truck and SUV is on sale at Platinum Chevrolet.
New 2021 Silverados start at only $37,999, or choose from new 2021 Trailblazers and buy for under $20,000.
Don't miss Truck Month at Platinum Chevrolet.
The recipe for great food is simple. Make it fresh. Wings to go in Greenville, where every order is a custom order made with fresh ingredients. Wings to go, 7818 Wesley Street in Greenville. Simply great wings.
Need a part for the right price? Look for that red and blue sign. Henley Auto Supply at 1510 Stonewall. Over 800,000 CarQuest parts to choose from. Domestic, European, and Asian parts. Henley Auto Supply at 903-455-1969. 455-1969. Henley Auto Supply has the right part to keep your vehicle running. And backed by the best hometown service. Henley Auto Supply. Great people, great products, great prices. Henley Auto Supply and CarQuest.
Yes.
I'll just cheat and use your lanyard. Do you
There's
have
a stool behind
information
you.
on the, do you want to sit here or sit in front?
Oh, yeah, I'll sit in front of you. And,
So you want to sit there?
Yeah, I suppose.
I guess. I don't know.
Here, and we're going to bring you another, we have one more mic. You want me here? Yes.
Do I hold this? Do I?
You can put that. I don't have a mic.
On the floor?
We have another one, I
Or back there, where it works.
Ian's got yours, Jim.
Oh,
And Friendly has his.
did,
Money. He's friendly. Is that?
This on you?
you feel comfortable up there, and do you want to sit down here?
I'm just gonna go where you tell me.
Put it down there. Okay, you're on. We need one for Gerald. We need a mic for Gerald.
Now, if you guys talk
Hello.
and you face that way, I won't hear what you're saying.
Here comes Friendly.
Questions, you look at me.
Okay, here.
Jimmy, you want to sit over here? We're on. We're on.
The
Oh, good.
recipe for great food is simple.
Yeah, so they'll have
Make it
enough
So he
light.
doesn't have a mic.
Wings to go in Greenville, where every order is a custom order made with fresh ingredients. Wings to go, 7818 Wesley Street in Greenville. Simply great wings.
Need a part for the right price? Look for that red and blue sign. Henley Auto Supply at 1510 Stonewall. Over 800,000 CarQuest parts to choose from. Domestic, European, and Asian parts. Henley Auto Supply at 903-455-1969. 455-1969. Henley Auto Supply has the right partners to keep your vehicle running. And backed by the best hometown service.
Okay, I'm
Henley
Sheila.
Auto Supply. Great people, great
And
products,
here's
great
Ty.
prices.
And Ty.
Henley
Okay,
Auto
nice
Supply
to meet
and
you.
CarQuest.
Right in the middle.
Need a
Doesn't matter.
The recipe for great food is simple. Make it fresh. Wings to go in Greenville, where every order is a custom order made with fresh ingredients. Wings to go, 7818 Wesley Street in Greenville. Simply great wings.
Need a part for the right price?
The recipe for great food is simple. Make it fresh. Wings to go in Greenville, where every order is a custom order made with fresh ingredients.
When do we know when we're on?
Wings to go, 7818 Wesley Street in Greenville.
Oh, my.
Simply great wings.
Well, Jimmy. Yeah, we get it.
The recipe
Yeah, you're gonna have to
for
start.
great food is simple. Make it fresh. Wings to go in Greenville, where every order is a custom order made with fresh ingredients. Wings to go, 7818 Wesley Street in Greenville. Simply great wings.
And we're live right here in the lobby of the Texan Theater. It's Coffee, Tea, Friendly, and Me. I'm Boxcar Jim Satterwaite. We have my guest, our lovely co-host, the lovely Sheila Ellis.
Good morning. Glad to be here.
How about a glass of tequila, Sheila? Had to do that.
Okay.
Also, we have Ty Helton, who's Director of Operations at KGVT, which is also known as Majors Airport in Greenville, Texas, and Gerald Oliver, who is a volunteer member of the Commemorative Air Force at Redbird Airport, isn't it?
That's right, Dallas Executive Airport.
Now Dallas Executive.
Now Dallas Executive, that's correct.
Okay.
Well, so glad to have you both here today, and
Thank
you too, Jimmy.
Well, thank you. And why we're here today? Why are we here today, Sheila?
Well, you were going to introduce and talk
right.
about,
Yeah, May 21st.
yes, May 21st.
22. At the airport, starting what, about 8:30 in the morning? It's Saturday, isn't it?
Gates open at 9
At
and
9.
close at 3.
Okay.
Ends at 3.
Opens at
We're
9.
going to have an old-time barnstorming. I don't know if we're going to have a JN4 Jenny in here, but we're for sure going to have an Aero Commander. That
Yes.
was President Eisenhower's first Air Force One. Well,
That's
I think
right.
he had the Columbine, which was the C-118, didn't he?
That's right.
That's right, okay. I can talk all that stuff because I'm an Air Force veteran.
Yes, thank you for your service. So tell us a little bit about yourself.
Sure. My name's Gerald. I live in the Dallas area,
Okay.
and I have been a Texan now for about 15 years.
There you go. Welcome.
It took me a while to get
Yes,
here, but I
yes,
finally
the same
wised
with
up.
Same with me.
So about 15 years ago, when I moved
Okay.
to town, I became active as a volunteer of the Commemorative Air Force. We have about 10,000 members across the United
Oh,
States.
wow, that's wonderful.
Then it's made up of 80 different local chapters.
Okay.
And each chapter has an aircraft. We are actually, the CAF is one of the largest air forces in the world. We have 180 airplanes. All of them are World War II vintage.
Oh.
And at least 80 to 85% of them still fly. So
were they flying around here lately? Were they flying around here lately? I've seen a lot of planes lately flying around Greenville.
Yes, so we fly around the Dallas area. Our headquarters is actually in Dallas, at Dallas Executive. But we have them in cities all over the United States.
Okay.
And we keep them flying, and we have a different concept as a museum. We really don't have a central building where all the people come to us. Instead, what we do is we keep our aircraft flyable and we take them out to the people.
Oh, how wonderful.
So what we're going to do is on May 21st, we're having a Barnstormer Saturday here in Greenville.
Okay.
It's our first time to come as a Barnstormer Saturday here. We're very excited about it.
Oh, how
Ty
yes.
is our host.
Oh, wonderful.
We're partnering with the local EA Chapter 914, with the Civil Air Patrol, with Majors Airport. And we're going to bring a group of World War II aircraft here, as well as you mentioned, Ike's Bird, which was President Eisenhower's twin-engine Air Force One. There's a really unique story about the aircraft.
Yes.
President Eisenhower followed Harry Truman as president.
Okay.
And Truman had a 4-engine airplane he called the Independence. And he said, "There's no way I'm getting on that guy's airplane."
Oh, really? He didn't want to go?
He and Truman were not friends for whatever reason. So he told the Air Force, "Get me an airplane." And he started with the Constellation, which was a 4-engine airplane, and he flew it all over the United States.
Oh.
But he also owned a home in Gettysburg, Pennsylvania, a farm. And he said, "I need to get from Washington, D.C. to Gettysburg, which is about 150 miles away."
Okay.
They said, "We're not going to let you fly on a helicopter. It's not safe."
Oh.
This is 1955.
Okay.
We can't really put you in a motorcade because we're going to have to stop traffic all the way from Washington, D.C. to Gettysburg. He said, "Get me an airplane." Well, Ike was a pilot. He had learned to fly while he was in the Army in the Philippines when he was a staff member for General Douglas MacArthur.
Oh, wow.
His Air Force pilot went out and looked at all different kinds of aircraft and came up with the Aero Commander as the aircraft. And they went to the factory in Bethany, Oklahoma, bought one off the factory floor, put the stars and bars, put United States Air Force on it, brought it to Washington, D.C., and used it from 1955 to 1960.
Wow.
By that time, the helicopter had progressed, Sheila, to where it was now safe. And when President Kennedy came into office in 1960, the jet age had arrived and helicopters, and so they said, "Get rid of this airplane." They sold it, and it went off to someplace in Oklahoma and Missouri, and it became a freighter, where you fly freight around and fly passengers. And an American Airlines captain in Fort Lauderdale, Florida, found it 25 years ago, derelict at an airport in Oklahoma.
Oh my goodness.
And he and a partner acquired it, and finally he acquired the whole thing, and over a 20-year period he restored it back to the way it was when the White House had it.
Oh, how wonderful.
So that's, and then in 2019 the CAF acquired the aircraft, and we use it to fly around and tell the story of our military aviation history. If you're an Air Force guy, you appreciate that we tell that story. Now let me ask you a question. Did you ever think about how cool it would be if you,
Yes.
Sheila, could get a ride on Air Force One.
That would be amazing.
That would be,
Oh,
well, guess what?
we can do that now?
You can do that.
All right.
Because you can come to the Greenville
Okay.
Airport on May 21 and actually take a ride on Air Force One or one of the other World War II aircraft that we're going to bring there.
Oh, okay. Oh.
But there's, and Ty can tell you a little bit more about this because he's done a great job, but there's going to be food trucks and bounce houses and other aircraft
Oh,
coming.
how exciting.
So it's really, really,
I
really
think
going to be
we're
a
going to
fun
have to take a break right now. So you just all come back and see us. We'll be back in a minute.
And we're out. Okay, are we finished? Or?
No, we didn't get.
We didn't get to talk
didn't
about
get
the
a
Civil
chance
Air
with
Patrol.
Ty, but-
No worries. No worries. No worries.
Yeah, a lot of difficulties today. Oh.
No, we are finished.
Good job. Pull me up.
Are we going to keep one of these guys?
So where do you live? Oh, that's
I would think it's Civil Air Patrol, but they'll be out there at the airport.
We've had a lot of technical issues today.
Is this the Civil Air Patrol person?
No, this is Friendly's daughter.
Oh, okay.
Company coming? Make sure they stay with us.
Thank you, Jim.
Best Western Plus. We'll treat them right. Like hot complimentary breakfast.
15 minutes goes pretty
Spacious
fast.
rooms.
And I wasn't
glorious
sure.
pool,
I wasn't even sure if we
fitness
were
and
even
business
on
center.
or we were saying
And best
nothing.
of all, a friendly staff.
So
Our
we were
large,
able to
flexible
hear him,
meeting
right?
rooms are great for business and social get-togethers. Best Western Plus, just off the Interstate 30 near Cracker Barrel. Staying with us is always a plus. Best Western Plus in Greenville.
It's a lot today. I know, we've never had this before, like this. Trina, I've never had it like this
Whatever you need to do.
All right, and what's the time?
You're at 10 till.
All right. You're gonna. Da-da-da-da. Right after the introduction, I'm gonna do it. Okay. Right after introduction, you're gonna come in and say hi. Huh? And we are live from the lobby studio at the Texan Theater in downtown Greenville, Texas. It is Ctfm, brought to you each and every Wednesday by Hunt Regional Healthcare, an organization that's proactive.
Yes.
And also our co-host today, one Miss Sheila Ellis. Thank
Good
you.
morning.
Thank you for being here.
Yes,
and we
I'm
have
so glad
that.
to be here.
We have that other one that we do in unison.
Yes, and she's
Discount
Wheel and Tire.
where service is the bottom line, and then Valvoline Express.
Yes.
Yes, and we have a guest that, you know what, very involved in the
Very
community.
involved.
Helping people, and that's, I think the passion shows
Yes, it
through Trina Coldiron. Thank you. Thank
Yes,
you for
so
all.
glad to have you here.
Yes, you
It's
do.
so good to be here.
You do
Happy
so very much.
birthday.
Well, thank you.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Speaking of, I want to do it. Come here, my dear. This is the best birthday present that I could get today and forever. It's my daughter Michelle. Flew in last night. I had no idea. Yes, thank you. I love you. Ooh, yes, thank you, dear. Thank you. All right,
And you've
Trina.
got
I'm
some-
sorry I had to do that.
No, and you've got some birthday people we need to thank.
Oh, I know,
too.
but we got no. The first thing is the producer does this. You know?
There we go.
And that means your time.
Stay on task?
Right.
Yes,
Right.
yes. So what's going on with
Yeah.
you?
What is?
And
Yeah. What's?
We have all kinds of things going on at Script right now. So we've got a ton of things going on at Script. I sent some flyers last night to Sparky. I hope she put them in. The main thing is that we have, so I'll try to go in order. So Friday, we have a end-of-life Q&A that's being hosted by Money Law Firm.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
And the presenter is going to be Zach Stubblefield.
Yes.
Stubblefield, I think I said his name right. So he is an elder law attorney.
Okay.
He's an attorney specializing in elder law. So let me make sure I say all that right.
Yeah.
But what I want to tell people is that no matter where you're at in your life, this isn't just something that needs to be discussed when you're old or when something's happened. Everybody needs to think about if you have children, or even if you don't, you need to think about these types of things.
Yes, exactly.
So it's going to be a little bit of a different forum.
Okay.
And it's going to be question and answer type thing. Not he's just going to tell you what to do. It's going to be open to if you have a question about something.
Right, so you can get a lot of information.
Yes, so that will be this coming Friday at Script at 10 o'clock, 10 to 11:30, 12-ish. We'll have some snacks. If you're over 60, you'll get a complimentary lunch from Script.
Oh, wonderful.
So we encourage everyone to come and bring your questions. Write them down.
Yes.
So you'll be prepared. We do have a room that we're going to use for privacy if you're not comfortable talking in a group setting. So you can wait and speak with him and all of that. So we have that coming up. The next Wednesday, the 18th.
18th, that's next Wednesday, yeah.
We have partnered with CCAP and Commerce.
Oh, Sherry.
Wow, that's wonderful.
And
we are bringing 65 people to the Texas
for Trina Live, yes.
Oh, wonderful.
For the live performance.
Right, and the guy I talked to him last night, Aaron Rose, is going to be. He says he is ready to entertain. So
that's
it's going to be great.
awesome.
So we're super excited about that. We've actually got 25 from our Script program coming, and then there's some commerce people and some other people from outer southern Hunt County coming.
Oh, that's
we're
exciting.
super excited about that.
Yeah.
And we want to thank our partner CCAP, Commerce Action Community Plan, or I always say the wrong name, but anyway,
Sherry, what's Sherry's last name that's working?
Dr. Johnson, Dr. Bob Johnson is
Bob
the
Johnson,
one that,
and my contact was Sherry.
Sherry.
Yeah, that's Bob. That's her husband.
Oh yes,
yeah,
yes,
right.
yes,
Sherry,
yes.
Right.
Sherry's Dr. Johnson's wife. So
right.
Anyway, we're doing that. The main thing that I wanted to visit with you, everybody that's watching today, is we need drivers. I've said this so many times. Not only are we a senior center, but we are the only public transit in the county.
Only
one. Yes.
We have 8 buses that are sitting in our bay that we can't put on route because we don't have drivers.
Oh wow.
We have increased our wage. So it's a very competitive wage. Of course, if you have CDL, it's a higher wage. But CDL is not required.
Okay.
We can help you with your CDL, but it's not required. Good. And very flexible hours. Very, very good for people that are semi-retired, retired, moms that want just something during the day when their kids.
Of course, while their kids are in school.
We have several moms and grandmothers that drive right now for us, and they make the best. So,
and I've spoken to a lot of the drivers. They really like what they do. They
do.
They do.
They enjoy it so much.
I have to say that every employee at Script truly has a servant's heart.
Yes.
Period.
Period.
From our transportation side all the way to our nutrition side and aging side.
Yes.
Everyone there has a servant's heart.
Yes, and with all of you, you have the heart to it, and you work with so many people that want to do their best to make this work, Yeah. And then how many meals do you do a week?
So we do 600 meals, hot meals a day, approximately a day out of our facility. So we are still looking for volunteers. We definitely need some this summer. We are desperate for volunteers in our southern Hunt County area, which is going to be Quinlan, Tawakoni, Hawk Cove over in that area. Like I said, our lady that did that route for years, she fell and broke her hip.
Oh, yeah. Right.
And so we've been extremely short-handed.
Okay.
So,
And I understand that food thing is increasing. You're getting more people that
You're getting
need that.
more people.
absolutely,
And
absolutely.
the
But
price
that's
of
amazing.
food-
600 meals a day.
I
You
know it.
And folks, it costs money to do that.
It does. It
So
does.
again,
So when everything
right.
goes up, and keep in mind we're a nonprofit, so those donations
yes.
are needed and those volunteers are needed. Because
Yes.
if we have volunteers that can help with our food deliveries, that cuts down on our employees having to work overtime in that
Exactly.
department, which cuts
Yeah.
down on our bottom line. So
Yes.
we're going to get the meals delivered
Right.
no matter what.
Either way, yes.
I've had to deliver them. You know, none of us are above it. When you work at a nonprofit, you never know what
You
you're
never
gonna
know
be
what-
doing.
Well,
You may
yeah.
be cleaning a toilet. You may be up here on
right.
Friendly Live the next
That's
hour.
exactly.
You just never know.
Yeah, and you know what? Not only is Scripps the organization that has the only public transportation in
That's
Hunt County, they also, I think, like you said, everyone there they like and it's not so much they look at it as a job, but when they come, I've talked to your employees, like Joe and all of them,
Yes.
and
Yeah.
they look at it as like, you know, I'm so glad to be able to do this to help someone else.
Right.
And that's
We're
what
like
it's
a
about.
family.
Yes,
Right.
and
Right.
that's so important, you know,
Right.
and they can sense that too.
Yeah.
You
Well,
know,
good.
when they
we hope y'all
Oh,
can.
yes,
Oh,
yes.
well,
we
I'm-
appreciate
yeah.
everything you do. You work so hard, and we're so grateful that you have a willing.
Well, I'm just the face. I mean,
I know
there's
it
so
takes,
much more
it takes
that goes,
a lot of people
that goes
to
on
make
behind
it.
the
And
scenes that
I
I
know.
don't.
Right.
I know.
And can we mention bingo?
Oh, bingo. Tuesdays
Bingo.
and Thursdays.
Tuesdays
10
and
to
Thursdays.
11:30.
Right.
So there's that. That's the all-time favorite. We've got a lot of educational things coming up this
Good.
summer
I was
that
gonna
will
ask you.
be happening on Wednesdays and Fridays. So
Okay.
follow our Facebook page. It's SCRPT. Follow it.
SCRPT. Remember SCRPT?
Yes.
Okay,
Follow
good.
it. And I do want to say thank you again to our partners that helped with the Spring Tea and Fashion Show.
Oh,
It
yes.
was so good.
That was so good. It was
Such
so
a great
much fun.
event. We hit our goal of 15,000.
Oh, wonderful. Yeah.
Excellent.
But with that being said, you
Yeah.
have to understand that that doesn't go very far
No,
because
it
doesn't.
one grocery order for us per week can be upwards towards $5,000.
Oh my
yeah.
gosh,
Yeah.
especially
Yeah.
these days.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yes, yes.
So-
anyway, we're grateful. I don't
Oh,
want
I
to
know.
sound ungrateful, but people think, whoa, $15,000. I'm like, it doesn't go that far.
That's right. It doesn't.
Anyway, I could talk all day about script. Y'all know that.
I got it.
Cut me off.
Where's Sparky? Where's she at?
Right there.
Sparky, come here a
Hi,
minute.
Sparky.
I want to take that. We got time. You're
No.
anything. You know, it's a big.
You go right ahead.
No, it's a big
birthday
day.
boy.
It's a big day,
Yes.
and my day was made even bigger to look and see that my daughter from New Mexico is here. Had no idea. You know, I was totally speechless. I thought I was dreaming or wishing or whatever when I saw her in the lobby a while ago. But this lady behind me, I want to give credit where credit
Yes,
is
for
due,
sure.
because today is a special day, not only for me, but it's a special day for a lot of people in Greenville because we're going to have a celebration. And because of Sparky, these are some of the people that Sparky and I have worked together with, and especially Barbara Haran.
Yes,
thank you.
thank you.
Thank you, Barbara, for this venue, for letting us play in your house from 9 o'clock in the morning to 1 o'clock in the afternoon. It's unheard of. And then we've got Ernie's Barbecue. Can you read them? Hacienda Full Service. What is Auto Doc?
Cheese Brew and Campbell.
Right. Oh, chocolate. Bird got introduced to chocolate yesterday.
We got chocolate and
we got
cookies.
Glenda's catering,
Cafe.
right?
And Crawford Smith.
Crawford
Okay, now,
Smith.
y'all didn't mention what this is. These
This-
are birthday
Yes.
presents.
These are birthday presents
Yes.
that are being given away today on Friendly Live at noon. And we got time to say it when we get out of here. We've got time to do one more thing. God bless each and every one of you. Thank you so much for all of my birthday wishes, and thank this
But
young lady here.
We're not done yet.
Well, wait, I know, and thank the, what?
Hey, Benita.
What?
Benita. Oh, Benita.
Oh, looky! Oh, looky here! Oh, look!
Is that the guy?
It looks. Oh, look! Folks, Benita K. Black, thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
This is for all your friends, so you just have all your little friends sign this.
Oh, thank you.
Oh,
that's
thank you. We got to get out of here, right? We got to. We got. No, we can do that. We can do that. We got to get out of here. Remember one thing. We'll be back next Wednesday. And thank you. Thank God for all of this. And remember, keep it in your boot.